Roll call, please.
Mr. Horn?
Here.
Mr. Patsalos?
Here.
Ms. Cram's excused. Mr. Boda?
Here.
Mr. Simons?
Here.
Mr. Blackstock is here.
Would you lead me, I'll lead the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, moving on, we have the approval of the agenda. Does anybody have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
If they don't, I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been moved and supported that we approve the agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the approval of the minutes of January 18, 2016.
If there are no additions or deletions or corrections, I'll make a motion. We accept the minutes from January 18, 2016.
I'll support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported that we approve the minutes as presented for January 18th, 2016. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have public comments. Anybody in the audience like to speak about anything that's not on the agenda? Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda, we have C1. It's the 2015 Sheriff Department report. And what this report is this is the response, I think, that we asked him, I think Mr. Horn, didn't you ask him to do a comparison? And this is the comparison. This is not his quarterly report. This is his comparison from 2015 to back to 2014. There's a few things that went up a little bit. You can see the percentages of increase. I mean, even though the number's big, the incidents are it went from 3 to 8, which was a 5 difference, which jumped it up 167%.
Yeah.
And like some of these alarms and that are just what they are, false alarms, but that B&E on the buildings was actually down.
And they're pretty much in line from one year to the other.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I think we got a pretty good community as far as what we're getting done here.
And those alarms, Larry, when they go to like a false alarm or something like that, do the residents get charged or anything?
No. Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
No. I mean, this is all part of our contract. This is what we're paying them to do,
Right.
to police the township, so.
I'm sure if it got carried away, they would say
Yeah.
something.
No, I don't think we're carried away. Looks like we're down a little bit on the hours that reported.
Yes.
Total number of calls for service, we're down, about 150 some people. Traffic stops are down, tickets are down, so it looks like the community is doing better.
If
All right.
there's no further discussion, I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll support.
Been moved and supported that we accept the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to disbursements, we have bills, $136,691.41. We have payroll of $20,779.17. We have ACH payments of $14,351.38. We have a tax account of $1,577,136.05. Excuse me, for a total disbursement of $1,749,958.01.
I got 748.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, you said 749.
Okay, $1,748,958.01.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills in the amount of $1,748,958.01.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported that we pay the bills.
I got a question on one of the bills there. It's in the
Okay.
second page, towards the bottom. It's weight and trim for a lot split. A charge for $300. Was that the lot? I wonder if that was a lot over by your house there for
It was
Riverbend?
at River Bend,
Oh, that's
and
an
they
awful-
paid, we give them the bill and they paid it.
That's, I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
we don't pay that, yeah.
Okay, that goes back to Riverbend.
Yep, River
Because
Bend,
we made the motion to send it to the planners for their approval. Okay.
yep, and they did, and they paid that. I just happen to be familiar with that one.
Okay, Larry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so if there's no other discussion on the bills, we'll pay the bills of $1,748,958.01. Roll call, please.
Mr. Horn,
Yes.
Mr. Patsalis,
Yes.
Mr. Boda,
Yes.
Mr. Simons,
Yes,
Mr. Blackstock, yes.
motion carries, we pay the bills. Next, we have new business. Not a lot of new business. We have the retirement notification from John Warswick. He'll be retiring on March 31st.
No, I'd like to make a statement. I'd like to wish John many, many years of happy retirement. He's been an employee for a long time, a good employee for a long time, and I hope he enjoys his retirement.
Taking quite a hit here these last couple of years, losing a lot of our veteran employees. A
We've
lot of
lost,
people that have been with us for a long time. have
we've
been-
lost hundreds of years. I
What's he
mean,
got?
we-
Yes, in the last year and a half, we've lost a lot of people that had a lot of years in our township.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right.
And I wish them all well. I'm glad
Right.
I'm
He's
glad
been
they
there
can
about
all
30
retire.
years.
What's that?
He's been there about 30 years.
Has he? I don't know. I didn't.
Well,
look
he
up-
was on the
I think
first,
he was on when Boda took over.
yeah, I was the first term I served on the board in '84. He was a board member. And then after that,
He
I
hired
went to
him.
work for the township.
So I guess we need a motion to accept his retirement.
Well, I'll make a motion to accept John Warwick's letter of retirement dated January 13th, 2016.
I'll support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported that we accept John's retirement notification with regrets. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please. Or, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We don't have many on announcements. I got a few things that I'd like to talk to you about. One, I'll report on the MTA. The convention was really good. I attended a lot of classes. There was a lot of classes down there to attend, but I was just one person. It's hard to go to all of them. But I went to as many as I could. Picked up some good things. Brought back and quizzed some of our people on it. I really think we should get, more people to go to them. I mean, it's classes, but they offer these classes too during the year, the MTA does. We could maybe send some people to those, but. The next thing is the MTA dinner on February the 28th. I guess I'm the only one going. You didn't get back with me?
No, I didn't.
Okay. The three things we discussed at our last meeting, the water meter for the commercial customer, I'm still working with China on that. China's township supervisor was gone away for 10 days, so I couldn't get a hold of her, but I got a hold of her this morning. She came back. So we're still working on that. We're still working on the lift station as far as, finding out what we got to do before we proceed to get any bids or anything. I got, our guys are looking over, seeing if it needs any abatement and how the electricity is. They're looking at that right now. And the GPS, that's still working on it. I've got a guy that wants to meet me next week and go over some prices on that. We got the meeting for the St. Clair County Road Commission on February 24th from 3:30 to 5:30. Anybody that wants to go to that is welcome to go.
What was the date?
February 24th, 3:30 to 5:30. That's at the Road Commission up in St. Clair County Airport.
You remind me, I'll go with you again.
Okay.
That was 3:30.
What's that?
Excuse me, that was 3:30.
3:30, yeah, it starts at 3:30. I think you've been to them before, Don.
Yeah.
And I know Herb has been to them too. So that's something we're working on. We had a little glitch in our, with our W-2s this time, and we think we've got it resolved, but we think we may have to go a different direction. It has to do with the co-pays, reimbursement on co-pays for the insurance. So I actually had to call Cornerstone. Remember the company we had the contract with? I had and they're giving us some advice on what way to go on that. So I'll be reporting on that at our next meeting. So we'll be looking into that. I guess that's all I got on my announcements. Mr. Horn?
I don't have any tonight, I just gave you them before the meeting, the one I had, so I don't have nothing.
Okay, Mr. Pascal?
I just would like to wish John Warwick a nice retirement, and thanks for all your years of service.
Thank you. Mr. Boda?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Once again, I'd like to wish John a happy retirement, many years. And one of the item I've got here is this past trash day on at East Point Drive, and I know part of River Road. When they collect the trash, the guys are taking the garbage cans and the recyclable container, and they flip them upside down, they put them on the shoulder of the road in front of mailboxes. And the mail lady, she's not too happy. So I was wondering if there was a way we could
Yeah, I can call him.
contact them out there and tell them that, have those guys instead of leaving them on the shoulder to put them, back behind the mailbox on the launch or whatever.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, thank you, that's all I have.
Just to tell you on the trash, that contract is expired on June 30th.
Oh, is that right? Already?
June 30th or June 1st?
It's been 3 years already?
3-year contract, so.
That's over already?
Well, the board's gonna have to decide what we wanna do. Do we wanna take other bids and,
This past June 30th or the
one coming up?
one coming up? Okay.
Yeah, so we got, 4 or 5 months, but that will be expired this year. And that was another thing, I talked to some different vendors down there at the MTA they would like to bid on. Our
Okay,
work, so,
heck yeah.
I mean, it's a competitive market. So I told them that when we got ready, we would send them a quote.
Have you heard anything back from the ones we have right now? As far as a quote goes, what their new rates or anything gonna be?
No, we haven't,
Nothing
nobody's
yet.
bid. I'm sure they'll put something out to us,
Okay,
wanting to renew or whatever. But we'll probably be bidding that. Okay, Mr. Blacksky?
I have nothing.
Nothing? Here's the other thing I wanted to tell you is, so they're starting to do some more of the engineering on those RBCs over there. We've got a couple of bills in already for some engineering, just still early stages. They're doing some shop drawings and stuff like that. They're not actually over there working. They had to go and measure the tanks and do some work there.
They're gonna be able to use those same foundations?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna make them fit to what we have there for those tanks that those RBCs are in. And I've got, Chuck over there is really getting involved with the whole thing, and him and I are working together on all these. When we get the bills, I call him and say, did they do this or did they do that? But some of it they can't. The engineering they're doing down in Detroit, so I'm tracking it quite well. So it'll be a long process for this to get done, I'm sure. I guess that's all I have. So I guess a motion to adjourn would be in order.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:45.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we adjourn at 7:45. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.